Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to O'Donnell Field, the home opener for the defending state champion Hudson Hawks. Hawks starting lineup and batting order now being introduced. Entering the field at third base, it's number 3, Maddie Kiley. In center field, senior Maggie Baker. Pitching, number 7, Abby Nezik. Behind the plate, number 4, Caitlin Cassidy. At first base, it's number 24, Sarah Karowski. Shortstop is number 16, Audrey Lewis. Gracie Giorgio, number 11, in the left field. Tegan Lewis, number 9, is in right and starting at second base today. Number 5, Livy Souza. Your non-starters for the Hawks today. Number 10, Adriana Buckley. Number 2 is Lauren Cole. Number 22 is Angel Bethea. Number 17 is Caitlin Pume. And number 6 is Samantha Collette. Hawks are 1-2 on this young season, and again, this is the home opener for the Hawks here at O'Donnell Field. Been 2 years since we've broadcast a softball game for you. We all know that was the state championship game at Worcester State. I'm Pete Conti along with old-time alum Donnie Philippe. Every once in a while we'll bring Donnie back here. He'll bail us out whenever he can. Hawks dropped their opener of the season to St. Paul, to Wachusett. And most recently a loss to Leominster. And we're set to go. Sam Zanotti, the leadoff batter for Shepherd Hill, on the ground to second base. Souza to Karowski for out number 1. First pitch out for Nezik. Emma Lamfer, the Shepherd Hill shortstop, steps in. And that pitch from Nezik up over everything into the backstop. And popped up center field. Baker settles underneath it for out number 2. Donnie said he got a nice shot on that, so. Jordan Beeman, soft grounder to Kylie at third, over to Karowski for out number 3. Kylie, Baker, and Nezik, the first 3 due up for the Hawks. Defensively for Shepherd Hill around the infield at third, it's number 17 is Bella Souza. Emma Lamfer at short. Gracie Garin is at second, and Heidi Jaros is at first. Behind the plate, Sam Zanotti. At left field is Jordan Beeman. Number 24 is Brooke Garapi. And number 6 in right is Reagan Peck. On the rubber today for Shepherd Hill, number 35, Abby Bullard. Bottom half of the first inning, Hawks leadoff batter steps in, Matty Kiley. And fouls off the first pitch from Bullard. Grounder through the hole. Fielded and left by Jordan Beeman. Matty Kiley with a leadoff single. Hawks with a runner on base in the bottom half of the first. Maggie Baker steps in, the center fielder. Squares to bunt, fouls it back. Squares again, pitches high. 1-1 the count. Squares again to Bullard. Bullard over to first. Sacrifice bunt is going to move Kiley to second base. Abby Nezik steps in. Change of pace gets past Zanotti behind the plate. And Kiley's going to move to third on the pass ball. Pitches outside. Up high. 3-1. Strike to Nezik. Hard grounder to short, fielded by Lampher. Over to Jaros. And scores Kiley. Two outs for the catcher, Caitlin Cassidy. Off speed from Bullard. Cassidy way in front of that. Strike one. High and outside. Evens the count at 1. 2 outs in the Hudson first. Hawks on top 1-0. Off speed again. Bounces that one in front of the plate. Two balls and a strike. That one from Bullet off the mark. 3-1. Soft liner left field's going to bounce in front of Beeman. And Cassidy with a 2-out single. Brings up Sarah Karowski. Ball one. Waited on that one off the end of the bat by Karowski. And Garin flips over to Jaros to end the inning. So we're through 1 here at O'Donnell Field. It's the Hawks 1 and the Shepherd Hill Rams nothing. Souza, Garin, and Garapi are your first 3 due up for the Rams in the top of the second. You can probably hear the wind whipping through my microphone. Studio always forgets to give me a windscreen. and this New England spring has provided plenty of wind for everybody. I'm pretty sick of it, if you ask me. But that's just one man's opinion. And Souza steps in. Bouncer. Kylie knocks it down. Throw's going to be late. Brings up Gracie Garin. Squares to bunt. Lays down a nice bunt in front of the plate. Cassidy mishandled it. Never got a throw to either base. So Garin bunts her way on. Shepherd Hill with 2 on. It was an appeal, possibly if the ball, they're checking it with both umpires to see if the ball may have come up and bounced off of Garen's leg. One hopper to Souza, gets it over to Karowski. It's going to move the base runners along. Souza at third, Garen at second. And the bunt by Heidi Jaros. The base runners hold their position. Shepherd Hill's got them juiced here with one out in the second. Haley Garapi hits for the pitcher Bullard. Pitch got away from Cassidy, able to rein it in. All base runners hold their ground. Buntanezic turns to Souza at first. Grounded to short by Bullard. At Lennox over to Karowski. Out number 3. Shepherd Hill evens things up in the top half of the second inning. Getting one across the plate. We're tied at 1. Sunny and windy afternoon here at O'Donnell Field. Chance of a shower from time to time. Been pretty good so far. It was raining well before game time. Audrey Lennox leads off for the Hawks. Ball 1 from Bullet. Lined into center field. Misplayed in center field by Brooke Garapi. And Lennox is going to pull into second. So Lennox on second base with the error to the center fielder, Garapi. Brings up Gracie Giorgio off speed, outside for a ball. Pitch that hasn't really worked yet for Bullard. And popped up and out of play. 1-1. Giorgio ready. Bullard looks in. And hard liner out to center field. Lennox is going to round third and head for home. And Giorgio is going to hold up at first base. The RBI single. Hawks go back on top. Brings up Tegan Lewis. Giorgio at first with no outs. And that one rolled in past the catcher Zanotti. And Giorgio is going to take second base. Almost looked like at some point in that at bat they were going to try and get her over there anyway, so it's just as well that she's there. 0-2 to Lewis. I mean 2-0. My bad. Up and away. 3 balls. No strikes. And right back through the box by Lewis. Giorgio's going to head for home. Lewis goes to second. RBI single for Tegan Lewis. And she's in scoring position for Livy Souza. Still no outs in the Hudson half of the second inning. First pitch from Bullard is a called strike. Up and away. Evens the count at 1. Off speed. Got Souza to chase the cheese. Another one soft pop up to Bella Souza at third. Keeps Lewis at second base. One out. Back to the top of the order again. Maddie Kiley singled to lead off the bottom half of the first and scored the Hawks' first run. Up and away from Bullard. 1-0. And popped up high in the infield. Caught by Zanotti in foul territory. For out number 2. And Maggie Baker steps in. Call strike. Some outfit you got on today, there, Donnie. Lifted high to center. Garapi with the good jump and tracked the ball nicely. Makes the catch for out number 3. We're through 2 here at O'Donnell Field. It's the Hawks 3 and the Shepherd Hill Rams 1. Little slippers. You go to work with those, huh?
Yeah, I had to go today.
With those two?
Wait, I didn't tell you what happened.
He didn't tell me. He wants to have a conversation now. He wants to tell me a story here in the top of the 3rd inning. Yeah, we have fun today. I haven't seen Donnie in since this pandemic started. We had lunch just before they closed it. First pitch in for a ball. Low and away. 2-0. Three and 0 to Reagan Peck. Called strike, 3-1. Having trouble picking up the body language from the umpire behind the plate. And little nubber down the first baseline, fielded by Karowski. She's going to make the play herself. One out. Shepherd Hill back to the top of the order. Catcher Sam Zanotti steps in from the left side. Pitch outside from Nezik. Called strike, I think. 1-1. I can't get this guy's body language. Lifted into left. And caught by Giorgio. Out number 2. Brings up the shortstop, Emma Lamfer. Some clerical work being done by Coach Bowen over on the Shepherd Hill bench. We're ready to go. Strike 1 from Nezik. Up and away. Evens the count at 1. Strike 2. Nezik seems to have picked up a little bit of velocity since the start of this game. More pop on the pitches here in the third. 2-2. I guess that pitch we thought was a strike wasn't a strike because Lamfer has just taken her base on balls. Yeah, he did hesitate, so he was probably showing a disgruntled Abby Nezik that the pitch was outside, which was my first thought. But you said strike, so I went with it. That's the last time I asked you. Two balls, no strikes to Beeman. And Cassidy gonna make a trip to the mound. What? And Jordan Beeman steps back in. Two balls, no strikes. Hard grounder through the middle. Fielded by Baker. Lamfer's going to move to second. And she's going to hold up right there. 2-out single for Beeman. Brings up Bella Souza. Leadoff single in the second. Off speed from Nezik. In for a strike, Donnie says.
100%.
He's going to guarantee that one.
That's a guarantee.
Up high for a ball. Lamfer at second. Beeman at first with 2 outs. We're in the top half of the third here at a windy O'Donnell Field. Lifted high to center. Off the fence. Baker's going to get it in to the cutoff. Stand-up double for Souza. Little less wind, that'd have been easily out of here. Hit the fence in center field about 4 inches under the top support. And Gracie Garin swings at the first pitch from Nezik. 0-1. Inside. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Garin. Up and away. 2-2. To short. And Karowski had to scoop that one out of the dirt. And it's Lennox to Karowski to end the inning. 2 runs in the Shepherd Hill third has tied this one at 3. Nezik, Cassidy, and Karowski due up in the home half of the third.
Scratch my ears.
One hopper to the plate from Bullard. Ball 1 to Nezik. Grounded out to short in her first at bat. Off speed from Bullard. Stays outside. Inside ball 3. Nezik ahead in the count 3-0. Called strike. And Nezik draws the base on balls. First walk given up by Abby Bullard. And Caitlin Pume will run for Nezik. And Cassidy lays the ball down. Bounced back and hit a dead ball. No balls, one strike. And laid down. Souza going to go to second. And Pume, with the fielder's choice, is out at second base. Caitlin Cassidy at first base for Sarah Karowski. Pitches high and away, throw down to first base. And Cassidy able to make it back. She calls timeout. And we're back in business. Swing and a miss by Karowski. 1-1. Up and away, ball 2. Two balls and a strike. And she waited on that off-speed pitch from Bullard and chased down by Beeman. Brings up Audrey Lennox. Solid single into left field for Lennox. Moves Cassidy over to second base. So the Hawks with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Gracie Giorgio. Singled back in the second. stepping away from Bullard, ball one. Bouncer to short. Lamfer over to Jaros for out number 3. So the Hawks unable to push one across the plate with through 3 here at O'Donnell Field. We are tied at 3. Garapi, Jaros, and Bullard due up in the Shepherd Hill half of the 4th. And Garapi steps in, grounded out to second base. Her first at bat takes called strike 1. Soft roll to third, and Kylie across the diamond to Karowski for out number 1. Brings up Heidi Jaros. First pitch bounces past Cassidy. 1-0. And comebacker to Nezik. Over to Karowski. Threw it a bit wide. Karowski able to corral it in. 2 up, 2 down in the Shepherd Hill 4th. Brings up Bullard. Bullard flies it to left field. Caught by Giorgio for out number 3. Second time this game that Shepherd Hill has gone down in order. Lewis, Souza, and Kylie be your first 3 in the Hudson half of the 4th inning. We're tied at 3. First pitch from Bullard is low. Ball one. Swing and a miss by Lewis out in front of that one. And a grounder gets through. Lamfer at short. Pulled up a little early on that. And the ball bounced into left field. Lewis on lead off the bottom of the fourth. Souza squares to bunt, fouls it back. Souza popped up to third in her first at bat. Squares the bunt. And Bella Souza over to Jaros for the out. Fielder's choice. Moves Lewis to second. Brings up Maddie Kiley. Fouled out of play. Ripped into left field. Off the fence. Kiley into second, standing up. Lewis is going to score. Double for Maddie Kiley. Another one just inches from going out of here. Did you get that one, Donnie?
Yeah,
He's so proud of himself. Hey, it's been a couple years since you did this, right? Maggie Baker bounces one toward the Shepherd Hill dugout. No balls and a strike. One out in the Hudson half of the fourth. Just went back on top, 4-3. RBI double for Kiley. Outside for a ball to Baker. Two and one to the center fielder. It was 3-1. What the- Base on balls for Baker. Yeah, well. Hey, it's the first game. I haven't done one of these in 2 years. And the Shepherd Hill coaching staff makes its first trip to the mound. And Shepherd Hill is going to make a pitching change. And it's going to be number 14, Mackenzie Millett. And Nezik steps in. Low and outside. Two and one. Foul back. Evens the count at 2. Back to the fence. Hard grounder. Past Lamfer at short. It's going to score Kylie. And Baker is going to move to third. Nezik into second base. Brings up Caitlin Cassidy. One out, two in the Hudson fourth. They're now on top 5-3. One and one to Cassidy. Steps back from that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grounder to third off the glove of Souza is going to score Baker. Nezik will move to third. Brings up Sarah Karowski. Up and away, ball one. Nezik's at third, Caitlin at first. The Hawks with runners at the corners. One out in the bottom of the fourth. And Karowski pops one to short. Cassidy almost caught in no man's land. Able to get back. Two outs for Lennox. Hawks with two on. Up and away, ball one. Bouncer to second, and Garin makes the tag on Cassidy to end the inning. So the Hawks with three in the bottom half of the fourth, back on top, 6-3. Hawks have stranded 5 runners on the base path so far today. Regan Peck to lead off for Shepherd Hill. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Same thing on the second pitch. Strike two. No balls. 2 strikes to Peck. Got away from Nezik, 1-2. And fouled out of play. And called, strike 3. Caught looking. First strikeout of the day for Nezik. Brings up the catcher, Zanotti. Pitch is high, ball 1. Popped up to left, and Giorgio makes the catch for out number 2. Nezik steers that one in for strike one. Bounces that one in. 1-1. And Lampher swings at the high offering from Nezik. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. 2-2. Foul out of play. Soft grounded short. Lennox throw not in time. Two-out single for Lampher. Brings up the left fielder, Jordan Berman. No, I think it's Beeman. And the ball gets away from Cassidy. Lampher advances to second. Shepherd Hill, the runner at second, and 2 out in the 5th. Pitch is high to Beeman. 2-0. Pitch in for a strike. Two and 1. Up and out of the strike zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. Foul back. And swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning for Nezik. And Shepherd Hill goes down in the 5th. Second strikeout of the day for Nezik. Both came in that 5th inning. Peck caught looking to lead off the inning, and Berman swing and a miss to end the inning. Giorgio, Lewis, and Souza due up in the Hudson half of the 5th. Hawks on top, 6-3. And Giorgio steps in. Mackenzie Millett now pitching for Shepherd Hill. Finished out that fourth inning for the Rams. Called strike to Giorgio. And fouls that one back to the Shepherd Hill bench. And Giorgio goes down on strikes to lead off the bottom half of the fifth inning. Brings up Tegan Lewis. And lifted to right. Peck underneath it with a tough sun and makes the catch for out number 2. Brings up Livy Souza. Strike one. And lifted our way. Fouled out of play. That was on our way. Yeah, you would have caught that with your visor. Yeah. That one bounces to the backstop. 1-2. We've had several come close over the years, but we've never had one that was catchable up here. I think we're kicking off our 16th season, our 15th season with Hudson High softball. Nice grab by Lampfer. The throw pulls Jaros off the bag. And Souza on first with 2 outs. I'm going to give that an infield single. Kind of a throw-in error from Lampfer at short, but good play to make the stop. I'll give that one a hit. I've given a lot of errors today in my book. I don't know what they're doing down there on the benches, but Maddie Kiley to the plate. Throw down to first. And Souza back on time. Throw down to first again. And back safely is Livy Souza. Pitch from Millett is high. And Livy only got her uniform half dirty that time. Zanotti faked the throw down to first. And right back through the middle by Souza. By Kiley, I'm sorry. Advances Souza to his second. Third hit of the day for Kiley. Brings up Maggie Baker. Foul back to the screen. Stays alive. Sacrifice bunt in the first by Baker. Line to center field in the second, and drew a base on balls in the fourth inning. Low and away. And lifted to short. And Lamfer makes the catch to end the inning. We are through 5 here at O'Donnell Field. It's the Hawks 6 and the Shepherd Hill Rams 3. 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Shepherd Hill in the top half of the 6th inning. And Bella Souza steps in, singled in the second and doubled in the third. High off the fence in center field. Hard grounder gets past Lennox at shortstop. So Souza on with a leadoff single. It opened the 6th inning. First pitch from Nezik, high and outside. And we're going to have a runner for Bella Souza. It's going to be Julian Lancette. And solid line drive. One hopper to Baker, quickly to the infield. Lancette over to second. Karen at first. Brings up Brooke Garapi. Bouncer gets past Cassidy. Everybody's going to move up one. And Cassidy calls timeout. He's going to call the infield into the circle. Lauren Cole getting loose down to our left. And popped up into foul territory. Is going to be picked up by Karowski for out number 1. Brings up Heidi Jaros. Called strike 1. Hit the hard comebacker to Nezik in her last at bat. Two balls and a strike. And ball bounces past Cassidy. And a land set is going to cross the plate on the wild pitch. Brings the count to 3-1. And a bunt over to first from Kylie to Souza. Going to score Karen. And Millet steps in with 2 outs. Ball 1. Called strike from Nezik, evens the count at 1. Got Millet to chase the bad one. 1-2. Two and two. Cassidy held that one there for a bit. Umpire called it a ball anyway. Off speed is up and away.
5-2.
Count is full. And Nezik with the walk. Second of the day. And Millet, the lone base runner for Shepherd Hill here with 2 outs. 2 runs in previous. Yeah, we're going to have a runner for Millet. It's going to be Jen Brotek. And they're going to pinch hit. For Peck's going to be number 10, Amanda Adamoska. And called strike from Nezik. Adamoska leaves the off-speed pitch alone. 1-1. And lifted into second. And Baker easily makes the catch for out number 3. Three hits and 2 runs and 1 left on for Shepherd Hill in the top half of the 6th. After 5.5, it's Hudson 6 and Shepherd Hill 5. Just can't shake them yet. Hawks will bring Nezik, Cassidy, and Karowski to the plate in the bottom half of the 6th inning. You got what? He said that thing was full. The whiz bang crack staff at back in the studio. One ball, no strikes, Abby Nezik. And foul out of play. Bouncer to short. Lanfer had to go off the leg. And Guerin threw it out of play. So Nezik will go to second on the throwing error. Adriana Buckley in to run for Abby Nezik. She finds herself at second base with no outs. Brings up Caitlin Cassidy. High and outside. 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. And fouled on the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Low and away, 2-2. Foul out of play. Count remains 2-2. 6-5. Hawks on top. We're in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Foul back again. And swing and a miss. Cassidy goes down swinging in the sixth. Second strikeout for Millett. And Karowski fouls the first one back into Zanotti's glove. 0-1. Millett bounces that one in. Buckley is going to advance to third on the pass ball. And timeout call by Shepherd Hill. Millett delivers. Swing and a miss by Karowski. Chased a bad one that time. Audrey Lennox to the plate with 2 outs. Ball 1. Buckley remains at third base. High and outside, Buckley to the plate. Slides under the tag.
I got that one.
Donnie got that one. In case you missed it at home, Donnie got it. Inside. And fouled. Out of play. And soft foul. Jaros couldn't catch up with that. In the dirt. Foul out of play. And Lennox draws a 2-out walk. Brings up Gracie Giorgio. Ball gets away from Zanotti behind the plate. The ball bounced in, unable to gather it in. It's going to move Lennox to second base on the pass ball. And Giorgio lifts one to left. And Beeman there to make the catch. 4-out, number 3. Hawks able to push one more home in the home half of the 6th. We're through 6 here at O'Donnell Field. It's the Hawks 7 and the Shepherd Hill Rams 5. I don't know, Donnie. The weather must be draining that battery down. Just don't go so hard on the accelerator in the corner so we can conserve a little fuel. Shepherd Hill with the leadoff batter, catcher Sam Zanotti. Takes a called strike from Nezik. Outside. Nezik with the long look that time. Looked like she was looking for that one to be a called strike as well. 2 balls and a strike. Low and away. 3-1. Gonna force Nezik to come in into the strike zone here. Works the count full. I got that too. I got that. I think it's the first count I've had right in 3 innings. And lifted to left. And Giorgio's going to track that one down for out number 1. Ball 1. Hacked foul in front of the Shepherd Hill bench. 1-on-1. Inside ball 2. Reaction from Nezik. Looks like she wants that call. Just she hasn't really gotten that inside strike all day. Off speed pitch off the mark. Three and one. Fouled out of play. Lamford stays alive. Count remains. Oh, count is now full. 3-2. Not funny. And Lamford draws the 1-out walk. Shepherd Hill with a base runner. Brings up Jordan Beeman. Popped up behind the plate. Over the backstop. Strike one. Beeman way in front of that pitch from Nezik. On the changeup. 0-2. And took that one off the top of the squash. So Beeman hit by the pitch. Lamford's going to move to second. And Beeman will be at first. 1 out in the top half of the 7th. Shepherd Hill trails 7-5. Giving a bit of new life here with 1 out. Brings up Bella Souza, the third baseman. 3 for 3 on the day. 2 singles and a double. Bounces that one to Kylie. And foul ball. And that one ripped by Souza. Gonna score Lamford. Beeman is gonna move to second base. Bella Souza, 4 for 4 on the day. Big RBI there. Pulls Shepherd Hill within 1. And Grace Guerin lifts one high to center. Lamford's going to tag. Baker with the catch, quickly back to the cutoff. Beeman goes to third. Souza's going to stay at first. Lamford already crossed the plate.
He goes, what's the score?
And Brooke Garapi steps in with 2 outs. Tying run is at third base for Shepherd Hill. Donnie says we got 6 minutes left. It's like Mission Impossible. And Souza heads down to second. Takes the force off. And Garapi, soft grounder. Runner interference. Interference is going to be charged to Bella Souza on the play as she ran into Audrey Lennox as she tried to field that ball. So that is going to end this. 1 run came in for Shepherd Hill in that inning to bring it within 7-6. But the interference on Lennox by the runner is going to end this one. And the final score is going to be the Hawks 7 and the Shepherd Hill Rams 6. It'll bring the Hawks to 2-2 on the season. We'll be back at home here next week, and hope to see you then. For Donnie Philippe, I'm Pete Conti. Final score again, the Hawks 7 and the Shepherd Hill Rams 6.